Some breaking news for you. 58% of American voters believe Hillary Clinton lied about how her emails were handled while she was Secretary of State. And that's according to a Fox News poll released just moments ago. And more than 60% say they are very or somewhat concerned that scandals would disrupt a Clinton administration if Hillary were to become president. Let's be clear. If Hillary won the presidency, the feeling among voters is that those scandals would continue to hamstring her administration. But Hillary does remain on top in the polls at 44%, her lead dropping steadily since June. Now, as for the Republican nomination, we've got some more news on this front. Donald Trump remains on top, followed by Ben Carson. Carly Fiorina and Marco Rubio tied for third. All the three of the latter, or rather just there, they are all gaining in the polls. Now to break it down for us, Tammy Bruce, Fox News political contributor, Joe Trippi, Democratic strategist. And what we want to get into here right now, Mr. Trippi, what about the polls findings on Hillary Clinton? What do you make of that?
Look, it's clear it's self-inflicted wound and it's hurting her. But the other side of that coin is that she still maintains a sizable double-digit lead over Sanders and is, defeating Joe Biden, the sitting vice president of the United States. Even though he's not in the race, I don't think that's why he's there right now. It just shows how strong she is despite the weight that this self-inflicted wound has created. Yeah,
that's interesting. Self-inflicted wound. We know the FBI, Tammy, is going through Hillary's emails. The falsehood here is that she said, I did not email any classified information. Reuters took a look at it and found 17 emails where apparently she did. What do you make of that?
Yes, well, and also keep in mind this poll was done before it was revealed that the FBI found additional emails that she said she had erased. So every element we find that there's something that conflicts with what Mrs. Clinton has said. The issue, and to Joe's point, she is at 44%. Sanders has remained static at 30% in this poll, and Joe Biden's at 18%. So she's dropped 17 points since June. But the interesting thing is, it seems like they don't know who to coalesce with, the voters, the Democrats, that it's so spread out. They want an alternative. They want more people in the race. I think, though, they do know that they don't necessarily want it to be Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, and to Tammy's point, Joe, here's the thing. This is a time when the voters really do start to get in their minds, hey, we want to vote for this individual, not that candidate, and it starts to really happen. It pulls together right now. What do you make of that, and also the fact that the voters in this poll are saying the email scandal, they're afraid will continue to hang up her presidency if she's elected? That's an interesting finding.
Well, I don't really think the polls are saying that at all. I mean, look, right now it's a Republican primary, Democratic primary. A Democratic primary, there isn't anyone, a very small number of Democrats think she's lying or that there was something wrong, that they're not giving her the benefit of the doubt.
That's not true.
And the other thing is that, well, that is true. And the other thing that's true is, just like they're having a fight on the Republican side between establishment and insurgents, Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden are more establishment wing of the party. It isn't about trying to decide. The Sanders progressive wing of the party is with Bernie Sanders. They're not going to go with her, and they're not going to go with Joe Biden.
We just showed, by the way, Joe, while you were talking, we showed on the screen the results of the poll. It showed that 62% of the voters who responded to the poll found that they were either very or somewhat concerned that the scandals involving these emails would hurt Hillary Clinton and continue to basically hurt her in the White House. That's an interesting finding,
If I could just add, and not saying that Joe didn't mean what he was saying, but in fact, in this new poll, 1 out of 3 Democrats believe she is lying. 1 out of 3 Democrats, 2/3 of independents. Of course, the Republicans, you would expect them to not trust her. But over 30% of Democrats believe that she's lying. The number of independents is overwhelming. So this is very early on, and people know her. She's not a new candidate. She can't remake herself. This seems to be something that's now baked in, and I think that's her biggest problem.
Joe, what do you make of that?
It's just not the way to read these polls. Like when you're in this side of things, people who've decided they're for somebody else, like Bernie Sanders, like Joe, or thinking about Joe Biden, they are, yeah. When she started this race, it was 63% were with her. It meant 40% were going to be with somebody else. They didn't, she wasn't 100% popular in the Democratic Party either. But the fact of the matter is, she's not suffering a whole lot because of this, because of the split in the party. Bernie Sanders can't get out of the progressive box. That's his problem.
I hear what you're saying, but still 62% of independents, right, Tammy? Final word, 5 seconds.
Well, no, I just think that these are the things that are making her have to rethink about how she runs this campaign, and it's not obviously what she thought it would be.
All right.